What's going on, Mastermind fam? Your boy Maverick coming to you really quick today to show you guys how you can look up your opponents before you play them in any EA Sports game. So this method is going to work for Madden, FIFA, NHL, Fight Night, Tiger Woods. There may be another one I'm missing, but as far as I know, any EA Sports game, this should work. I'll have both the links in the description, and what you want to do is visit those links for your respected system, either Xbox or PS3, and then you just want to change the username at the end. Alright, so the link is easports.com/player-hub/360. This is for the Xbox guys. 360 slash and then the username, okay? But again, I'll have the link in the description so you can just click on it and then bookmark it. I would bookmark it so you know it. You don't got to memorize it. And then just change the username at the end. So, really quick, some things I do when I'm looking up somebody. Basically, the video's over for there. For people that just want to know, the video's over. You can click off. But for those that want to see some of the things I look at, I'll show you really quick. So, first thing, so I'll pull somebody up. No, I'll get matched up with somebody in a game. What I'll usually do is either start to scroll through the teams a little bit or just go to edit a uniform just so they know that I'm there. If you take too long trying to type in their names, sometimes people will just leave because they think that you're not by your system. So I'll open something up just so they know I'm there. And then here's what I'm looking at. So first I'm like, all right, so I pulled up Deadly X Bear, got at me on Twitter when I asked for people's usernames to kind of demo. So I'm looking at, okay, 401 wins, 254 losses. Pretty decent record right there. You can see his current streak. But that's the first thing I look at, wins and losses. Then I immediately shoot down to right here. Boom, head-to-head skill points, 923. Now that's a pretty good opponent right there. You start at, for those who don't know how skill points work, first off, you can only increase your skill points by playing head-to-head, the random head-to-head ranked matches. You can't go to a lobby and find an opponent and play them. Like, you can't go try and find a level 1 player and beat him and expect your skill points to go up. It has to be the random head-to-head, matchups. And then, for every win that you get for someone around your skill level, you'll go up around 12, 11 points, 13 points. If you lose, you'll lose about the same amount of points. If it's someone far less better than you, you might get 4, 5, 6. I've heard people getting 0 skill points. So, but basically, basically, you start at 500. So the fact that he's at 923 and he worked his way up from 500, it means he knows what he's doing. And the fact that he's played so many games, he probably has a handle on a lot of things, like a lot of the little nuances and little slick things with the game. He's probably a little bit seasoned, so that's what I'm looking at, and that's the kind of game I'm expecting from him. He's also a skill level 9, which isn't bad. Someone else that got at me, LOD Green Arrow, and the reason I wanted to share his stuff is because his username actually has spaces in it. So if you're on Xbox, PS3 don't have to worry about this, but their name might have spaces in it. Just include the spaces when you go to type in their username. So I'm literally typing in LOD space green space arrow, and then it'll automatically include the percentage signs in between the spaces, and you can pull them up. So here he's 73 and 70, 515 skill points. So he's kind of floating around that area where he just started, which we already knew basically by looking at his record, right? And then from there you can even break down, you can kind of scout them a little bit. I think I had one more person that had sent me something. There you go, Charlie the Dawn. Feel free to get at these guys. So far, all these guys are on Xbox. Charlie the Dawn 29. Feel free to harass these guys for games like y'all do me, just so they can kind of see how I feel. So Charlie's 121 and 77. He's on a 3-game losing streak. Sometimes it's cool to know the kind of psychology that they might have going into things. Like, all right, he might be down, so I'm gonna beat him down even more. Just personal thought. 821 skill points, level 7, not bad. Just a heads up. The top 100 for PS3, I believe, starts at like high 1100s and up. So I like to find people that are at least over 1,000 skill points. For like my commentaries that I do for you guys on a regular basis. if I'm playing with a team I'm not familiar with, I'll usually stoop down to at least a 900 and up. But if I'm playing with a team I'm pretty good at, I won't go under 1,000. 1,100 is usually where I'm trying to get at. I'm not sure where Xbox starts at, but it's probably around the same thing. So just for people that might be looking for like elite competition, well, just better people, those are probably where you want to look at. I'll also include the link for the top 100. The top 100 can be found here. You can change the game if you want. If you want to see who's the top 100 in Madden 12, apparently you can do that. Change the system. All right. But then a lot of people will say that they try to look up people to see if they're gonna get DC'd or not, like see if they're glitchers or like, you know, disconnect glitch people. And if you don't know what that means, that just means basically when they're losing, they do something on their computer that kicks you out the game, so you get the loss and they get the win, even though they were actually about to lose. I don't think that's possible. Well, I believe it is, but I think it's pretty easy to hide the fact that you might be a disconnect glitcher. I found someone on the top 100. I believe he's around 20. His name's Yoshi Valley. Someone on the PS3 side that has disconnect glitched me. And if you look at his stats, like when I looked him up, I wasn't worried about playing him. And even looking at his stuff now, you know, he's 123 and 21. Only a 9% disconnect. Like, that's not bad, especially if you're in the top 100, because there's a lot of weird stuff that goes down. Over almost 1,300 skill points, so it's like, all right, a good player, low disconnect, but yet I got the boot when I was winning. So I don't think you can necessarily always find a cheater, but I guess you can do your best. You know, maybe look at their win streak. If it's like a super long, unrealistic win streak, maybe they're disconnecting. But you still kind of got to play some of the games. There's no 100% foolproof way. The disconnect percentage goes up if they quit a game without conceding or accepting mercy, if like their connection drops, or if you get disconnect glitched, it'll go up, because that's happened to me and mine has gone up. So that's just a quick review, guys. You can also do a little bit of scouting if you wanted to. You know, you can look at just their skill points. You can look at how many times they punt, their takeaways, their average rushing yards, passing yards, all that stuff. For example, I have my account for the Full Game Friday that I do. You see we're 30-2, and look at our punt percentage. It's 0.08. So if you're a sim player, right, and you like to play people that punt on 4th down, start using this strategy. Look, as soon as you see, all right, they're a decent player, look at that punt percentage. You see that? Don't play me. Like, all right, this dude ain't gonna give me a punt unless he has to. So just a few different things you guys can do. I might have missed a few things. If you do, you can also come down here and see the player history. So you can see that like I played with the Chargers, the Bills, basically the Full Game Friday teams. If you follow the channel, you'll see the score. You can see who I played. You can kind of get a feel for, you know, what went down. You also can private your profile so that no one can even look you up. But I don't know how to do that. Maybe someone in the comments that may know can share that. So search the comments, and if you do know, just share that with people. But if you're at a high level and you want to get good games, I would leave your stuff off private, because a lot of higher level people look people up before they play them, and if your stuff's private, they won't play you. So but that's it, guys. That's how you look up your opponent's skill points and their other, basically their whole EA Sports profile. Hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, let me know in the comments. Give the video a quick little like. But I'm out, y'all. Until next time, be easy. God first. God bless.